Now, all right, what's going on, everybody? It's your good old boy JR coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. As always, it is a pleasure to talk to you guys on this pre-Thanksgiving day, which everybody's getting ready and excited for. So I cannot wait. Brandon will be joining me here in a little bit, so we're going to be talking about our Week 12 predictions on who we think is going to win and who's up. And so we cannot wait. So actually, let me get Brandon on. Give me 1 second, fellas. And, and that should be him. I don't know. I got to get a new phone, man. it looks like it's the time for a new phone. Maybe if I'm good, Santa will get me one. Hey, what's going on, Brandon?
What's up, man?
How you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm doing real good. How about you, man?
Well, I wanted to talk to you yesterday, but I got a little busy and everything. Did you happen to see who they put in the top four for college football playoffs?
Yes, I did.
I mean, everybody was such an outrage of, oh my God, how is Washington in, and how are they in? Yeah, we've been mentioning it now for a couple of weeks. If you really focused, like really
I mean,
paid attention.
I've been saying Washington and Oregon are like the two of the four best teams in the damn nation, but it is what it is.
Whatever. What do we know, right? We don't get paid. We don't get paid enough.
I mean, we just watch the damn games. That's just what we do. But who are we?
Who are we? All right, but happy Thanksgiving, happy early Thanksgiving, man. I hope you're ready for tomorrow, because not only do we have food, not only do we have drinks, we have three really important football games tomorrow that are going to dictate how how pretty much the last quarter of the season is really going to go. So I don't know about you, man. You ready to rock and roll?
Let's do it.
Okay, so the first one, we have a interesting matchup. We have the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers. The Packers coming away with a big win against the Los Angeles Chargers, and yeah, I give you credit. I give you credit. You called it. You called it. They're going to go up against Detroit, who literally can. I'm not going to say run away with the division after this week, but they can certainly start taking their claims, in that division, in that conference. But, if you could win 2 games in 5 days, that's a miraculous thing. By the way, did you see that press conference of Brandon Staley? He went full Nick Saban. I'm not changing, so quit asking. And I mean, if you ever want to know what it's like, what it is to see a man almost get fired from his job, look at Brandon Staley's last press conference. That was about as close as you want to get. So Brandon, who do you have? Do you have the hopeful Green Bay Packers, or do you have the dominating Detroit Lions?
I got Detroit. Obviously, I'm not missing. Let's be serious for a second. Can we be real serious for a second? Because I think serious is what we need to be right now. Did you not watch the game Sunday with Detroit? That game is an embodiment of why I think Detroit is the second best team in the NFL, not the NFC. In the NFL, they're the second best team in the NFL. Watch that game. I bet money if the 49ers, the Dallas Cowboys, the Kansas City Chiefs, if all those teams had 4 turnovers, literally double the possession to their opponent, and was down 12 points in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes to go. I don't care if they're at home. You play like that, and you have a situation like that, and you still win. You're the best team. I literally had to watch people on social. I had to watch people on TV. Like the last couple of days, sit here and tell me how Dallas is still better. Now that San Francisco's healthy, they're now back to being the second best team. I'm like, you guys are freaking delusional. What is going on? Like, no, San Francisco is not better than Detroit. In Dallas, if they play Dallas this end of the year, could be possibly forward. But number one seed in the damn playoffs. So I'm not sitting here saying that Dallas is better than the 49ers because I've seen that game. And I'm not going to also sit up here and tell me, you're not going to tell me that Brock Purdy is better than Jared Goff. That's a damn lie. Like, that is a delusional lie. Thursday, tomorrow, we're going to see Detroit in full Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery. I just think it'll be a full-on
going back to the Detroit-Chicago game, I think it spoke more about Chicago than it did Detroit. Because here's the thing about Detroit. And if you read my article on slipperysports.com, see what I did there? See what I did there? Promo. See what I did there? It's great. Look, if you read it, I think for me, it spoke more about Chicago than it did Detroit. And I say that because you're up 12 with 3. An average NFL defense should be able to hold that. And Brandon, I always go back to what you say. We can always judge you based on your playing card. I've seen enough. I'm tired of hearing that Justin Fields is the issue. Last I checked, he's the only reason Chicago has any sort of offense again. Yes, you added DJ Moore. That's great. The problem with the Chicago Bears, it's not Justin Fields. It's the playing card of the head coach. You got hired because you were such a defensive coordinator, and yet you can't hold a 12-point lead? Come on.
Because of your defense.
That's your defense. You spent that money on that defense, and you're telling me you can't hold a 12-point lead. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear draft time that Chicago has to get Caleb Williams, or Chicago has to get Drake May, or Chicago has to get one of those. What they need to do is get one of those left tackles, and protect Justin Fields at all costs. Because this is the first time I've seen any offense from Chicago in a very long time. And it's because Justin Fields out. No Justin Fields equals no offense for Chicago. So let's cut the bullcrap. What it also showed me is that not only can Detroit beat you on the ground, they can beat you in the air, and they will not stop playing till the whistle. I got Detroit in this one too. It's just too much. It's going to be way too much for Green Bay. Yes, it's a nice story. Jordan Love. Here's the thing. Now we know for certain Jordan Love is not the problem in Green Bay either. But the problem is he still has to build chemistry with receivers, everybody. And here's the thing. Christian Watson finally looks okay. Romeo Doubs looks okay. He made a nice throw. So at least Packer fans can be like, okay, is it going to be Brett Favre? Is it going to be Aaron Rodgers? I don't know. I don't know because we've only seen one full year. I don't know. However, do you feel confident? Do you feel good that he's not the problem for Green Bay's deficiencies? Yes, you got to feel pretty good.
That's another thing. I feel like people are going to still try to make him the scapegoat and say, like, oh, he's just not them. It's one freaking year. And let's be real. His offensive line has been banged up for most of the damn year. And
you lose your franchise left tackle for like 3-4 games into the season.
Like Aaron Jones, who was supposed to be there this entire year, has been in and out of the lineup all damn year. You had Christian Watkins, who was out for like the first 5 weeks of the fucking season. And now you got your tight end, the rookie, he's out now. So it's just like, what the hell is people talking about? Like, listen, I get it. You want to automatically be like, he's not C.J. Stroud, and he's not Trevor Lawrence, which I still don't know why people think that's a star, but do you think? Do you think? But I get why people want to make it that way, but listen, man, Green Bay is a freaking team that needs to rebuild. Like, period. They need to figure out what the hell they need to do.
The important thing, though, about the rebuild is you don't have to worry about the position. You got it. You just have to build around the position.
People will sit up there and lie.
Oh, I know. I know.
People are stupid. And people will sit up here. People will sit up here and tell me Brock Purdy is a starting quarterback in the NFL, but Jordan Love is like a lost cause.
Here's the thing, and here's the thing that I actually got into a Jaguar fan a couple of days ago. He goes, well, Trevor Lawrence, I've seen your shows, and Trevor Lawrence deserves to be in the MVP conversation. Well, if that's the case, so does Mac Jones, because up until Sunday, Mac Jones and Trevor Lawrence had the same amount of turnovers, same amount of touchdown passes, and same amount of interceptions. But you call one of them a loser and the other one an MVP candidate. Kenny
Vic should be.
Oh, Kenny Pickett's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Kenny Pickett should be leading.
Well, I want to see what he does without. I want to see what he does without Matt Canada now. Who knows? Maybe that was the secret all along.
Oh, that would be so interesting.
Maybe that was the secret all along. You had to fire your offensive coordinator. Next second Thanksgiving game, we have the Washington Commanders taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas, all right. Hey, look, Dallas, you look like the team that you have all the talent in the world. You're supposed to beat teams like the Panthers and, teams down on their luck. You're supposed to beat those teams. In Washington, I hate to say it, man, losing to the Giants once, hey, shit happens. Losing them to them twice, man, it's over. It's over, bro. It's over, bro. And for Ron Rivera, it's over, bro. You lost to a quarterback who has more memes than wins as a starting quarterback. So let's just get that out of the way. So, Brandon, who do you have? Do you have Washington or do you have Dallas? Don't do it. Don't ruin your Thanksgiving, man. Don't do it. Oh my God, you're gonna ruin your Thanksgiving. Okay, all right. Tell me why.
I've seen Dallas on Thanksgiving all of my life. I've seen Dallas
Okay.
on Thanksgiving all of our lives. I've seen Dallas lose to Colt McCoy.
That was a hell of a game. That was a hell of a time.
I've seen Dallas lose to Colt McCoy on Thanksgiving Day. The division was theirs. All they had to do was win that game, and they lost.
That was a hell of a game, though. I will say that.
It was a really good game. It was really good. But that year, they had a better running game, better offensive line. They had a better team that year. And they lost to Colt McCoy on Thanksgiving Day. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I got Washington. Just in case it does, so I can just be like, that's Dallas.
That would be the epitome of Dallas. That would be it.
Does this not feel like a game that Dallas would just go in thinking, oh, we got this? And then they just shit the bed. Immediately just like, what the fuck just happened?
Well, I always say never, but I said that when Dallas played Arizona this year, and I said, the fuck, bro? Like, the fuck, bro?
Listen, it's a divisional game. It's Thanksgiving, and it's Dallas Cowboys. Like, come on, man. I get it. They look amazing against these poor ass.
No. Rephrase that. CeeDee Lamb looks amazing.
And here's the thing.
Everybody else? Offensively?
This is the problem I got with media, sports media. Stop trying to make Dallas a fucking thing and act like these dudes are playing Detroit or San Francisco. Or they play Philly every fucking week. No. They're playing literally the bottom of the NFL. Giants. Carolina. They're playing the Chargers and the Rams. And that's Saturday, Dominic Foxworth, and all these sons of bitches on here lying to us about how good Dallas is. Literally, the question was, is Dak Prescott the best quarterback in the NFC right now?
No.
He literally sat up there and said, he's the best quarterback in the NFL. Against who?
Is there a different? Did he mean to say the XFL, the CFL? Like, what's going on, buddy?
Have you not seen who they have played these last couple of weeks? What are you talking about? It's disturbing that is what your narrative is. Just so you can lie and see in the playoffs them lose to San Francisco again. Like, it's just
Again. Third time's the charm. No, it ain't.
You know it's coming. They can't run the ball. They have no offensive
Oh,
line.
shit.
You know it's coming. You know
I
it's coming.
know.
They have no offensive line. They can't run the ball. And all they have is Dak Prescott.
My division prediction's so fucked right now. It's so fucked right now. I know.
You know it's coming. You
I know, because I really thought they were going to put it together this time. I really thought they were going to put it together.
Washington, they have no offensive line and they have no running game. All Washington has to really do is devise a plan to stop CeeDee Lamb. That's it. If you can stop CeeDee Lamb, you probably stop Dallas. They have no other weapons. I heard people say Brandon Cooks is good. I saw Brandon Cooks last week against Carolina. He couldn't do shit. Michael Gallup couldn't do shit. Why are we acting like Dallas is a great team? They're okay. They're decent. They're going to get the playoffs, and then they're going to lose. We know this already. Why are we acting like this is going to change? By the way, Washington's offensive line sucks. But I'm not going off of what the offensive line looks like. I'm going off of who the fuck the offensive coordinator is. Eric Bieniemy put up 30 points in 2 games against Philly. I'm pretty sure he can do that against Dallas.
Here's the thing about for Washington. I don't know where Washington's going to land in the draft. I don't know what pick they're going to have at the end of the year. Whatever pick they have, I don't care if it's a center. I don't care if it's a tackle. I don't care if it's a guard. Draft that some. You need to draft that some. The fact that Sam Howell is leading the league in throwing yards, but yet he's the most sacked quarterback in the league so far, it's like it's traumatizing.
See, that's the thing. I think even though he gets hit, they still get down the field. They still score.
Like, oh my God. I don't know if there's gonna be. I don't know what guard, center, tackle is gonna be when Washington's on the clock. You better take that some. You better take that some. I don't even give a crap if he's a 2nd round grade. You take that motherfucker, man. You take him now. Like, golly. Look, I'm gonna go Dallas on this one. I'm gonna go Dallas in this one, and the only reason I'm going Dallas is it's very hard for me to believe that this defense is gonna turn it around for Washington because they have a fire cell. You could tell the attitude is changing defensively on the defensive side. Like nobody's geared up, nobody's fired up. It's just bad. And I think Dallas is going to take advantage of the fact that yes, Washington has a terrible offensive line. I'm calling it like I see it. They have a terrible offensive line. Like it's bad. It's bad. And last time I checked, the Dallas Cowboys defense, defensive line is still intact. I'm gonna go with Dallas here.
I want to ask you a question. How long you think it's going to be into the game they start punching each other again on the
5 drives. I give them 5 drives. By 3 minutes, we'll see our first fight in the first quarter. So yeah, I'm gonna go Dallas here. Next up, we have the Seattle Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers. So if you ever want to know what it feels like to work in the dining business, picture this. Imagine your cook cooking the most beautiful filet mignon. All you have to do is just deliver it to the table. The 49ers had a bye week and had to play a tough game. All the Seahawks had to do was just win these games that were winnable. And they fumbled the plate. That's the epitome of this is what happens. This is what happens. And what did I say at the beginning of the year? What did I say? That, I get it. A lot of people want to run Russell Wilson out of town because, he looks terrible. But people are ready to, they're Geno Smith. And yeah, Geno's way better than Russell. And what did I say? So you're going to cancel 10 years of what Russell Wilson did, and you're going to forget 10 years what Geno Smith did. All right. That's you. Me, on the other hand, hey, whatever. So yeah, that's the epitome of fumbling the bag. It's all you have to do is just put your name on the dotted line, and the Seattle Seahawks could not do that. So Brandon, I ask you, do you have the Seahawks or do you have the 49ers?
I really want to go with Seattle, but they suck right now.
Oh, and mind you, Geno Smith is not even guaranteed to play tomorrow. And what was funny? When I saw that game, I was watching it on the red zone, and I'm just going like, is that Drew Lock? Holy crap. What's up, dude?
That was they lost to the Rams. Like, what the fuck? Like, you can't lose to the Rams. Like
minus Cooper Kupp, by the way.
You can't lose.
Minus Cooper Kupp.
It's bad, man. That's a terrible.
And now I don't want to hear any Seattle fans The Legion of Boom is back. No, the Legion of Doom, maybe. The Legion of Boom.
Like you lost to the Rams twice. It's not like you lost to them. You lost to them twice.
Twice, my guy.
You got
Twice, my guy.
That's embarrassing as hell. I want to go to Seattle, but I'm good. San Francisco. I didn't see it enough. Yeah, wrap this shit up. It's over.
Yeah, San Francisco's healthy. Everybody's back in the lineup. Yeah, give me 49ers too. That's all I got to say. It's just, listen, with or without Geno Smith, I still would have picked the Niners because the problem is, and here's the bigger problem. Remember what I said. Everything's in play for Seattle. You have your offensive line. You have your defense. You have your running game. You have everything. Can Geno Smith duplicate what he did last year? No, he can't. So there you go. There you go. So now the Seattle Seahawks, luckily in their favor, they can get out of this contract, but they're going to have to find a guy. And last I heard, there's a guy in Minnesota. Just saying. Just saying. So now, tomorrow or Friday, we have Black Friday game. It is going to be between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins, very uncharacteristically of them, offensively on Sunday, where they just couldn't stop turning the ball over for some weird reason. Like, even though Tua's stat line looks like he threw for a lot of yards, it was like, dude, fumbles, turnovers, like interceptions. Like, you serious right now? Like, that's not good. And the Jets, well, the Zach Wilson experiment is over. And Tim Boyle, and it's not that the Zach Wilson experiment is over and he's a backup. He is now third string quarterback. The experiment's over. That's done. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know where Robert Saleh is going to be in a year from now, but he's going to make some defensive team very happy because they're about to get a badass defensive coordinator. That's for sure. And listen, I get it. Well, he didn't get a full year of Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, but he got 3 years to try to fix it, and he couldn't do it. What's the difference if he coaches with Aaron? There's no difference. So for me, Brandon, who do you got? Jets, Dolphins.
I got Miami, even though Miami's gonna be on the road. I got Miami, even though they're gonna be on the road. Listen, I really didn't trust Zach Wilson. I really don't trust Tim Boyle. That's not saying a lot.
The fact that Tim Boyle, Trevor Siemian are still around in the league makes my heart kindle. Like, it makes my heart happy to know that maybe the NFL is not that ruthless after all.
Oh, good God. Miami's, like you said, Sunday was weird. Like, it's a weird fact that you barely beat the Raiders. Like, that's a weird at home, by the way. You scored 20
And listen,
points.
it's not to disrespect the Raiders defense because the Raiders defense the last 3 games this whole year they have shown.
They played.
But the fact that it's just you uncharacteristically just couldn't get it going, it's like, dude, that's pretty scary down the road.
Like off of a bye, like you couldn't do shit offensively. Like off of a bye, the Raiders played Sunday night, flew to Miami and played y'all. Y'all came off of a bye week and y'all scored 20 points at home. That's disturbing. That's a little bit like, oh, that's not good. Like that's not good. Like,
now, luckily, they play in the AFC East, which is fine. But
congratulations, I guess.
the narrative is still the narrative. It's like, dude, can you beat some of these contending teams? And that's.
And by the way, just want to point that out. The Raiders, when they went into that game, was 500. So that is a winning record.
Well, no, they were at 500. They were at straight 500.
So that's close to a winning record.
And you still had trouble with that?
You had trouble. Like, they weren't a winning team just yet.
And picture this. Could you imagine if Antonio Pierce took the points instead of going for it on 4th down? Like, could you imagine that? Oh, my God. I don't know. Look, I'm going to go with the Dolphins, too. Listen, I love the Jets defense. I think the Jets defense is one of the better defenses around the league. But what's plaguing them and what's hindering their performances, honestly, it's that offense. He's had 3 years to fix it. What's 1 year of Aaron Rodgers going to do to fix it? Bring in a coach that's going to fix the offense. That's going to pretty much they're going to have to do what Tampa did. We'll take care of the defensive players. Will take care of the defense, but somebody just come in and bring in an offensive mind to where we can actually try to win something.
I feel like and this is why both of us picked the Jets to go forward in the division. Neither one of us picked the Jets to have a great year.
No.
Neither one of us picked the Jets to be good this year. We didn't care if they had Aaron Rodgers or not.
We looked at each other like, okay, cool, they got Aaron Rodgers. Did they fix their offensive line? Because if they didn't, it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter.
Outside of Garrett Wilson, we were like, what the fuck is this team? And now it's like, oh, this team was really bad. No shit. Like you just realized that?
We literally told you 4 months ago it was gonna be bad. And you still said it. Yeah, we'll be fine.
I don't think people really realize that this team is gonna be bad regardless. Like I think people want to make Zach Wilson an scapegoat, which is cool, but at the same time, Aaron Rodgers couldn't do shit with this team. He was never going to be able to make this team work, regardless if he was on the field or not. He was never going to make the team work. And plus, on top of that, it was going to be worse if Aaron Rodgers was healthy and on this team. Because now, you got an MVP caliber quarterback, and you can't do shit with him.
It's over. It's over. I just think for me, the Jets, the fact that they picked Will McDonald instead of an offensive lineman in the draft just kills my soul.
Okay, let's be real. The Patriots kind of got it to the Jets. They were like, "You're gonna get this line."
Chess, not checkers, my guy. Chess. Chess, not checkers. Chess. Next up, we have a divisional matchup in the NFC South. We have the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. The Falcons are going to go with Desmond Ridder, as they have said. They said it. The Saints, I don't know if Carr's coming back because he is in concussion protocol. However, Jameis Winston is prepared to go if Carr can't. So, Brandon, I ask you, man, do you have the Falcons or do you have the Saints? And may I remind you, this is for first place in the NFC South. Amazing.
I'm going Saints. I am not picking this with my heart.
Oh, and then also Michael Thomas landed on IR. So,
yeah. I'm not picking this with my heart. I'm picking this because it's the Saints and Atlanta. They're going to find a way to get a game against Atlanta this year. They're going to suck when it comes to the Superdome. Oh, that's going to happen.
That's going to happen.
Like, they can get this game. I think they're going to get this game. Yeah, I don't care if it's Derek Carr or Jameis Winston. They're going to figure out a way to win this game. Yes. The only reason why Atlanta's going with Desmond Ridder because he can run the ball. That's pretty much it. They're going to pretty much design an offense, just run him and try to create enough space.
And the fact that there's reports coming out there that Arthur Smith might possibly be back in 2024, I said it in the article and I'll say it again. The Atlanta Falcons deserve all the punishment of being contentional losers as long as they ride with this man.
I want him to come back.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Just like how I wanted John Elway to be the general manager forever. I would have given up 10 years of my life to John Elway to be the general manager.
As long as Arthur Smith's there, they're going to always find a way to lose in 4 quarters. As long as he's there, they're going to.
I mean, it's not, I think what's sad about Atlanta, it's not like they have a running back where they can rely on, to like hand off the ball in situations in the goal line in the passing game. They need an all-purpose running back, and those are hard to come by nowadays. But anyway, I got the Saints too, only because of the fact that here's the thing: we're not talking about the one guy who is important. Everybody's talking about Derek Carr. Everybody's talking about Jameis Winston. Everybody's talking about the defenses. Everybody's talking about the injuries in this game, but nobody's talking about the X factor. I think to me in this game, that's Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara is going to eat this Sunday. He is going to eat this Sunday. He loves playing against the Falcons. You know this. I know this. He loves playing against the Falcons because he makes them look stupid. He makes them look like, he's back in Alabama and all that good jazz. So for me, I'm going to go with Alvin Kamara, or he's back in Tennessee. Well, he started in Alabama and then he went to Tennessee, transferred to Tennessee. So But
he got kicked off Alabama.
he got kicked off Alabama, and then he went to Tennessee. Let's put it like that. But Alvin Kamara loves playing against Atlanta. I don't know why. It's just that's his game. It's like Travis Kelce playing the Raiders. That's just his game.
I think he's from Atlanta.
It could be that. I mean, it could be that. I don't know, but it's just he loves playing the Falcons. So give me Alvin Kamara to go over like 150 yards this Sunday. Give me the Saints on this one. Next up, oh God, here we go. The new and improved offense of the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the banged up Bengals, man. Joe Burrow is officially done for the year. The NFL is investigating that still, and we're still waiting on word on that. And so we'll see how that goes. The Steelers have fired offensive coordinator Matt Canada today. Yes, everybody in Pittsburgh probably had tears of joy, to overflow the river by like 10 feet. Those aren't tears of sadness. Those are tears of joy flowing through the rivers of Pittsburgh right now. So we're going to see how that looks. And Brandon, who do you got? Do you have the Bengals or do you have the Steelers in this one?
Oh, God. First of all, man, it sucks. I think Cincinnati, this is punishment enough for Cincinnati. Joe Burrow's not there. You suck.
Oh, you suck. You suck again. Oh, no. We suck again. Oh, we suck again. That's what it feels like. Oh no, we suck again. Like, damn it. That's what it is. Listen, you think it's not funny, but the fact is like one man can change your fortune like that. It's true. It's true, man. Ask Kansas City fans what happens if Patrick Mahomes goes down for the year. Oh no, we suck again. You see what I mean? Like, and this is the same thing for the Bengals. It's like, oh no, Joe Burrow's down for the year. Oh no, we suck again.
I got Pittsburgh. Not because I trust the offense. I want to say this. Jalen Warren is the starting running back. And
he should be. And I'm glad Pittsburgh realized that. I mean, it only took 11 weeks, but I'm glad they. If there's like a bug going into Pittsburgh, like listening to us or something, I don't know, because I know you've been claiming Jalen Warren to be the starter for weeks now, and I'm just like, yeah, I mean, the offense is running smoothly with him. I don't know why they're not giving him. They're giving him snaps. I don't know. I don't get it.
This man had 100 yards rushing.
You know how hard that is to do this year against Cleveland? It's hard. It's hard.
But I give this to Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh wins. I can see this game just 100% a run the ball game.
That's what it's going to have to be. I mean, if Cincinnati wants any hope, it's going to have to be to limit the quarterback play, and not to the fact to try to take the big play, but you have to give him a shot. Yes, Jamar Chase is there, and Jamar Chase is one of the better wide receivers, but you can only make your quarterback look so good throwing you the football, man. Like, you can only do so much at that point, and that's why I got the Steelers too, because I think what it is too, I think it's going to be the defense. I think the defense is going to be the one to change for this game, and that's why I'm not saying that Pittsburgh is going to, they're going to sneak it to the playoffs, sure, but it's not like they're going to beat anybody. They're just going to be there because their defense carried them throughout the whole year.
This feels like the last season for Big Ben.
Remember they were like 10-0, and then it was like the last 6 out of 7 games or whatever it was, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Like the last game for Big Ben was in Kansas City against the Chiefs. And we were like, that defense is going to do great. That offense sucks.
That was bad. That was sort of like one of those wow, it's over. It's really over. Thank God. Okay. Thank God. Okay, here we go. Next up, we have a matchup for the ages. We have a matchup that I think is going to determine to see how fans are going to react to this. It is the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Houston Texans. The Jacksonville Jaguars are coming in. They beat their division rival Tennessee soundly. Good kudos to them. The Houston Texans, another big victory again, another big win for them. And they're moving closer to the playoffs. A lot of people don't want to admit this, but honestly, the Houston Texans, they look like they could claim the playoff spot if they really wanted to. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy, but if they want to, it's there. It's there for them. And so, Brandon, here we go. The matchup we've all been waiting for because, this is the second time. And last time, oh, boy. Oh, boy. Last time was a fluke. If it happens again, I can't wait to hear what the analysts have to say. So, Brandon, who do you have? The Jaguars or the Texans?
I know what I'm going to say. Damn, Trevor Lawrence needs to really be like C.J. Stroud the next couple weeks. This is getting real bad out here for him. Like, holy shit. Remember when I said that I think Houston could beat Kansas City in a playoff game, and y'all looked at me like I was crazy? Just saying.
I believe you now. You think Patrick Mahomes looks at Tank Dell and go like, "Damn, why didn't we get him in the first?"
You still probably wouldn't fit that fucking off.
Matt Nagy wouldn't know what to do with the Tank Dell. Let's be serious. Let's be serious for 2 minutes here. And here's the and we'll get to that. But yeah, no, it's just the Texans, man, they're doing it right, man, and good for them. Good for them.
But this is the reason why I kept saying, I'm looking at Houston, I'm like, if the Texans play Kansas City, they can beat Kansas City because they're gonna beat the Jaguars. I don't know why people keep acting like the Jaguars. They play Tennessee. Congratulations, you beat Tennessee. Is that like a feather in your cap now? Because you still ain't better than Houston. You're not better than Houston. Trevor Lawrence has played Houston. What? This will be what? His sixth time I think playing Houston in his career. He is 4-1. He is 1-4 against Houston in his career. 1-4. This is when he had Lovie Smith and the other dude as head coach, and he has been 1-4 against the Houston Texans. Like I said yesterday, Houston now has a competent coach and actually a competent quarterback. Yeah, I don't see this going well for Jacksonville Sunday. I don't think it's going to end well for Jacksonville Sunday. I think it's a better game than they had in Jacksonville, but I don't know what better is for Jacksonville standards because Jacksonville's playing another team that is actually on their level. It actually can compete with them. And when they play teams that are actually on that level and can compete with them, they don't show up. They don't look good.
No, I will say this. CJ Stroud, that was the first time where I get to say, man, he really looked like a rookie on Sunday. He looked like a rookie. But when I said that, he made this incredible play where he threw it for like 60 fucking yards to take down. I'm just like, even when he looks bad, he looks good. Damn it. Damn it.
Had 2 touchdowns. And Trevor Lawrence had out. I still see something. Trevor Lawrence like, fuck, that's not good. Because I know he can still have those types of games. CJ Stroud is like, that's just a one-off. This is a one-off. And I feel that way.
I mean, he's still. I mean, let's face it. CJ Stroud is hitting great company when it comes to rookie quarterbacks. Like he's hitting Andrew Luck like air, where it's in Cam Newton air, RG3 rookie quarterback years air, and it's just like, yeah, there's no denying it, man. There's no denying it. When I said he was the best quarterback in the draft, yeah, even she knows. She knows, like, you better say it. You better say it. When I told you that CJ Stroud was my quarterback one, I really meant it. It's like, dude, I don't need an eye test. I don't need a mental test. I don't need this. There's a reason CJ Stroud was my guy. And I feel shitty now because you saw the reports. I saw the reports that, the Raiders were thinking about moving 7-2 to get CJ. I'm like, do it. Do it. Do it. I don't care. I don't care if we just pay Jimmy G. Do it. Do it. And now I look at him and I'm like, man, good for him. Good for him. Because he deserved it. Because he single-handedly, and here's the thing. This is a team that had Deshaun Watson, a national champion, everything. And people are like looking at CJ Stroud like, nah, he's probably going to be better than CJ in his tenure in Houston. I'm like, yeah, you're not that far off. That's why I have the Texans too, because the issue is this. The Texans are getting healthy on the offensive line. They're getting healthy on the defensive line. They're getting healthy on defense. I don't know where the story's going to go with Houston. I'm not saying Super Bowl. I'm not saying that because they ain't there yet. Can I see them walk? Can I see them go into Kansas City and Arrowhead in late January, and in mid-January, and just be like, I think we could take them. Yeah, I can. Can I see them go back to Jacksonville and beat them again? Yeah, I can. Now, do I think that they can go into Cleveland, Baltimore, and win? No, but they'll put up a good fight to show some growth.
Well, they play Cleveland in a couple weeks.
That's going to be such a tough one. That's going to be so tough right there. But I got the Texans only. I got the Texans in this one only because of one reason and one reason only. D'Amico Ryans looks like the coach that the Texans need
this whole year.
I think it's unanimous, right? I mean, I don't think there's. I mean, who's a better defensive player out there right now, rookie wise? Like Jalen Carter, probably. I mean, that's about it.
He almost picked the ball off from a.
You saw that, right? Like, I'm just like, if he would have picked that off, it's like, so. If he gets that pick, it's like, so this is the Defensive Player of the Year award. Here you go. But the season's not over. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah. Don't hurt yourself, kid. Yeah, I got the Texans too. Next up, we have it's kind of a weird one. We have the Buccaneers taking on the Colts. The Colts kind of shook the world yesterday when they released Leonard. And you can kind of see that because, one, he was getting in and out of the lineup. He was a healthy scratch. I don't know. I don't know what to think about. I play a Buccaneers team that just, hey, this is what they are. There was no secrets. There was no lies when we were talking about the Buccaneers in the offseason. It's like, this is Tampa. This is what they're going to be. And there's nothing to say about Tampa other than this is Tampa. You get what you see. It's literally, you go to a Chinese food restaurant, you see the food, you pick it out, and then you eat it. You go to the Buccaneers game, you see what they look like in warm-up. That's it. Like, that's Tampa Bay, folks. That's Tampa Bay. Nothing special, nothing crazy, not bad, but not good either. That's the Buccaneers. The Chinese food restaurant down your local street. So, Brandon, who do you got? You know what? A lot of people are going to say, oh, he's just a runner. You know what, man? Good for him. Good for him for putting out those performances that he did.
Yes. It's like you just said. Like I've been saying, Tampa Bay was going to come back to the memes. Like, they're not that team, and they never were going to be that team. It's just like the Rams. It's just like Arizona. It's just like a lot of these teams. Like, they started off like, oh, shit, they're catching a lot of these teams off guard. And then after a while, it's like, oh, no, they're exactly who we thought they were. Like, we just got to not give them the opportunities to step up.
They're just that. That's it. And that's why I have the Colts too, because it's just like, look, it's not like the Colts are the cream of the crop, but I mean, they're not Tampa. You know, it's not Tampa, so it's like, okay. I mean, yeah, it's Tampa Bay. The Colts should be able to handle this one. This is fine. This is fine. And it's just one of those games where, listen, I know Tampa's probably going to hear this and be like, oh, we'll show you. Okay, cool. You beat the Colts. Hooray. Yee. Or you're going to go beat the Eagles. No? Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, even the dogs are like, no, you're not beating the Eagles. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. So this next game, man, the only reason I'm hyped about this game is because you know me, man. Around this time, I like to do what? I like to look at what? Draft positions. You know it. This next game, man, this is going to tell me everything I need to know. Mac Jones versus Tommy DeVito, an Italian way of saying Rovacci. It's go time, you know? It's go time. We got the Patriots taking on the Giants, man. Look, I don't know what to expect. I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be great. And the only reason I'm saying it's going to be great because, man, oh, man. Somebody has to win, and somebody has to win this game. I would be damned if this game ends at a time like, no, restart it. Restart this bitch. So, Brandon, who do you got? You got the Patriots or do you have the Giants?
Oh, God. This is terrible.
Oh, I love this. Because if the Giants lose, they move closer to number 2, and it's like, yeah, you know you want to take another quarterback because you fucked up on $40 million. And for the Patriots, it's like, yeah, you know you want Marvin Harrison Jr. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Yeah, do it. Do it to spite Bill Belichick. Do it.
This is going to be the weirdest time because Marvin Harrison Jr. can either go to Chicago or New England. Like, it's just like, what are you doing? It's just like,
don't count out Arizona. Do not count out Arizona. But hey, come on. Come on. Oh, this game's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
I got New England. Bill Belichick is still gonna figure out a way to devise a defense. I'm gonna be honest. The Patriots' offense might literally just be punts. The Patriots' offense might literally be just like, all right, take 2 plays, third down, we punt the fucking football. Like, we don't like, just give the defense enough time to breathe. Like just so they can get on the field, score these touchdowns, and we gonna be in locker room next week. Like, that's kind of what I feel. Like, New England is going to devise a plan to stop Tommy DeVito. They're gonna devise a plan to stop him. Like, there's no way in hell Bill Belichick's gonna lose.
Love this. I love this because you know who wins in this game?
Because he doesn't have one. He's just gonna be like, no, we should have a. He's gonna be running the ball. That's what the.
You know who wins in this game? You want to know who wins this game? The fans. We do. You know why? Because could you imagine if Bill Belichick's last game is against, like, his lasting memories, you lost to Tommy DeVito? Like, damn, bro. Like, damn. And then could you imagine it's like, okay, Giants, you're closer to number 2. Do you want to admit that you fucked up on $40 million and draft your next quarterback? Like, oh, it's going to be great. I can't wait. I got the Patriots too for one reason only. The Patriots defense is going to score, and the Giants defense is going to be way out there longer than we think. Give me the Patriots, man. Not even a question. Give me the Patriots. Look, man, I know, this game. Oh, this game is going to be so out of whack. Titans, Panthers. You got the Titans, right? Regardless of the situation, you have the Titans, right?
Of course, I got the Titans.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, Carolina. I really hope that they didn't fuck up this kid. Like, I really, really hope they didn't fuck this kid up.
No. They didn't fuck him up. They just got the wrong guy to possibly. And here's the thing. I know he just got there. But when you trade away DJ Moore and you bring in your guy because you said that you can win with your guy, nah, man, that's fireable offense, bro. And now could you imagine if they end up with the number 1 pick? It's like, dude, you could have just waited a year. You could have just played the quarterback last year and you still get the number 1 pick. Like, you're good. You could have played Baker Mayfield again and just get the number 1 pick again.
I said this when we did the draft. I said, if I was Carolina, I would draft Anthony Richardson because Miles Sanders cannot do what he did in Philly with Carolina. He is now benched. I have not seen him yet in the Carolina football game since week 2, and that was against us. Like, Trooper Hubbard, who had been there for like 3 fucking years, so finally he's arrived. Thank the Lord. But I said this, like, Frank Wright, dude, like, it started to look like, bro, maybe Coach was right to let you go. Like, there wasn't a crazy.
And here's the thing: people are going to bring that up. It's like, well, he never got a chance in Indianapolis because he always had to go through a merry-go-round of quarterbacks. Well, he finally brought in his guy, and guess what? The results are the same or just as worse. I got the Titans too. And it's not because I believe the Titans are just that good. It's Carolina, bro. Like, that's it. It's just Carolina.
It's like, I don't think the Titans are that great at all. But Carolina's just that fucking bad.
Like, they're just that god-awful. They're just that putrid, bro. Put it like this. If Carolina can apply for federal funding, I think they can get approved. Because they're just that bad. Like, if they can approve for Section 8 federal funding, I think they can get it. Bro. Because they're just that bad. Like, good Lord, dude. All right, next game. I know you're ready for this one. Oh, we got an NFC West matchup. Oh, my God. Yeah, I love draft time, man. I love it because a lot of these kids, you know what a lot of these top 10 kids are doing right now? They are watching teams. You know they are because they're going, oh, crap, this team looks like they can use an offensive lineman and I'm the best one. Do I want to go to Arizona or do I want to go to Los Angeles? Come on. Like, come on. Of course, we're talking about Arizona taking on the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams pulling a 1 over the Seattle Seahawks minus Geno Smith and no Cooper Kupp. And the Arizona Cardinals, well, hey. It was right there. It's right there. Are you trying to tell me how tall Kyler Murray is or like how close the win is? Like, I can't distinct that, my man. I can't distinct that. So, Brandon, who do you have, man? Do you have Arizona or do you have Los Angeles?
Oh, God.
Oh, this could be so good.
I got Arizona. I told you, Arizona's going to beat the Rams at 1 point during this
season. At 1 point. And this is it. This is it.
One of these games they're going to get.
This is it.
They're going to beat the Rams. Listen. Is Cooper Kupp playing? I don't even know if he's
I don't know. I mean, so far, I don't know. It doesn't look good.
It's good guy. Talk about pouring money into somebody that just hasn't shown the fuck up.
This is a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. So it's like, okay, so you'll take Cooper Kupp. So after Justin Jefferson and maybe Jamar Chase and A.J. Brown, you'll take the field, right? You'll take Cooper Kupp and I get to have the rest of the field? Cool. Thanks for Stephon Diggs. Thanks for Devontae Adams. I mean, thanks, I guess. Thanks for Tyreek Hill. All right, but you want to keep your wonder boy because of one record season here. Okay, cool with me. Anyway, that's just my thing. It's like I said, people are so in now, they don't have the longevity of it. But whatever. That's not my job. Even without Cooper Kupp, I still think the Rams can take this. We're talking about Arizona here. We're talking about a team that has literally given up. We're talking about a team that literally gave up on Isaiah Simmons. They were about to give up on Budda Baker. If you had any worth of talent in Arizona, they were going to ship you out. That's the first time I've ever heard of that shit. You have too much talent for this team. We're shipping you out.
2 games since Kyler Murray's been back. They have won 1 and lost 1.
Okay, great.
But
who did they beat the first one?
Atlanta.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Brendan, me and you can take a 2-year hiatus, come back, and probably beat Atlanta at this point. Come on, man. What are you doing? Like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? It's Arizona.
I get it. No, I totally.
And that next quarterback that comes in has to be happy with the way the offense is going. Okay, like it's going to be happy. Okay, listen, and this is why I'm ready for this draft, because I think this year me and you are just going to have way so many disagreements. We're like, dude, no, you have to do this. You can't be afraid. Like, you can't be afraid to make changes. But listen, I got the Rams in this one, and one reason only.
The Giants, you should definitely make a change.
You cannot be afraid of.
Make a change immediately.
Like a motivational speaker once said, I will not give up hope. I am not afraid of change. I will not give up hope. Yes. You have to just admit the fact that you fucked up $40 million. You screwed up $40 million. We move on. We forget this ever happened, and we pray that you don't fuck up the next kid. Okay? Like, that's what we have to do. Do not fuck up the next kid. Or if you feel that Daniel Jones is the guy and Marvin Harrison Jr. is there for your taking, you know what? Go ahead.
Oh, God. Football guys. No. Do not let Marvin Harrison Jr. go to the New York Giants. So it's that kid. Come on.
Like, he's an outstanding citizen. Your prize? You got to play football for the New York Giants.
Like, I get everything right. What is going on? I did everything right.
No, I'm gonna go with the Rams in this one only because of one reason only. Name me somebody on that offensive line that's gonna stop Aaron Donald. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Like, there it is.
You got me there. Okay. I'm still going to Arizona, but yeah.
God damn. All right, here we go. Next game, and I think it's going to be a very underrated game. I don't think nobody's really talking about this game that I think they should. I think it's going to be one of the better games this week. The Broncos taking on the Cleveland Browns. The Broncos, if you want to talk about escaping the jaws of defeat, that was it. I mean, that was talking about the escaping jaws of defeat. And then if you're still questioning if the Cleveland Browns are still the best defense in the NFL, I can't help you no more. 12 weeks in and you still don't want to consider them as the best defense in the NFL, then I can't help you. I can't. There's because you just looking at the names. You're not looking at the performances that they're putting together. I can't help you. So I think this game is going to be amazing because this is really going to be the game where either Denver shows out or Cleveland proves that they deserve a playoff spot. I think this is going to determine a lot. So, Brandon, who do you got? Do you got the Denver Broncos or do you have the Cleveland Browns?
I got Denver.
Okay.
Denver at home. That offense isn't great still. It's still not great. But
No.
What they need to do to win the game, I think they can do it. And as long as Cleveland literally has no quarterback, they have no quarterback, please try to throw that ball on Patrick Surtain. Please. I want you to feel that you have the confidence to throw the ball on Patrick Surtain with a rookie quarterback. That shit is getting taken to the house
immediately.
Time.
Of course.
Like, every time it happens. Like, why would you do that? Yes, Cleveland's defense is amazing. Myles Garrett, if Cleveland somehow ends up in the playoffs, he is the goddamn MVP. Fuck the motion. He is the MVP. If he gets Cleveland into the playoffs, he's the MVP. Forget just defensive player of the year. He's the MVP.
And here's the thing. Like, people want to talk about it like, oh, well, the MVP race, there's really nobody. No, there's people. It's just not quarterbacks. That's your issue. There's no quarterback out there that's worthy of an MVP this year, but you're afraid to put the names of Myles Garrett. You're afraid to put the names of Christian McCaffrey. You're afraid to put names like Tyreek Hill as MVP because you know why? It's not a quarterback. And you know what that tells me? You can't do your fucking job analyzing the game. So fuck that. I can say Christian McCaffrey. I can say Christian because what he's doing, it's amazing.
And that's another thing I want to say because I saw somebody literally yesterday on the Herd, his co-host was like, Brock Purdy should be in the MVP conversation.
For what reason?
The 3 weeks when the motherfucker threw like picks in like 3 games. Like, you just block that out like that didn't happen at all.
But yeah, we're not going to put Tyreek Hill in the conversation because he got to 1,000 yards faster than any one of the fastest ways to get to 1,000 yards. Really? But you'll block that out. But you won't block out Brock Purdy throwing like 8, 9 damn near interceptions in a 3-game losing streak because everybody was hurt. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know that the MVP award only goes to quarterbacks. Good to know.
Brock Purdy's in the MVP conversation. Josh Dobbs should be leading the shit. The fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about?
If Brock Purdy's in the MVP conversation, I want CJ Stroud in the MVP conversation. There.
He is. He should be in it. If he's not in it, you are deluded. Like, but Myles Garrett should win the MVP if the Browns get to the playoffs. Because there is no way in hell I'm going to sit up here and tell you that I trust the Browns right now with that offense. That is literally a defensive team.
If the Cleveland Browns, God forbid, lose Myles Garrett, watch this team falter to the fucking ground.
Oh my God, it's gonna be bad. This man literally is Kenny Pickett. Boy, he took a hit Sunday. He took a hit Sunday.
Did you see how when Myles Garrett grabbed that Steelers helmet, everybody on the Steelers helmets had like PTSD? They're like, no, 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 no. I'm like, whoa. Like, damn.
He's like, oh, no. They know that. They know what's gonna happen.
So here's my thing. Here's my thing when it comes to Broncos. They're showing life. They're showing signs of life. Obviously, the offense is getting better. The defense is still the defense, which we said before, but there's still one issue that I don't think the Broncos' offensive line is ready for. They haven't played this type of defensive line. And I think that's what's going to kill them. I'm going to go with Cleveland.
Whoa. They play Kansas City. You know Kansas City's defense is incredible.
So incredible that they lost 2 out of the last 4 games. Incredible.
Kansas City has one of the best defenses in the league, Juan. So when you say that they have not played any defense like Cleveland's caliber, I couldn't keep that straight face. What the fuck do people be talking about? Kansas City sucks.
When I heard that, the only thing I said, look, I'm going to go take a shit, and I'm going to let you guys try that shit again. Like, are you hearing this? I'm going to go take a shit. Like, I'm going to go take a shit and play Angry Birds on my phone or something. I gotta screw this out. Good God. Yeah, I'm going to go Cleveland only because of the fact I think what it is for me, I don't think the Broncos have really played anybody that tough yet on the defensive front. Now, if the Broncos can get through Cleveland, yeah, then okay, we know they're ready to roll. But if Cleveland goes into Denver and they beat Denver at Denver, I don't care how bad that offense is, that defense is going to ride high.
I think that this game is going to prove one or two things. Cleveland's defense is going to carry them to the playoffs. Denver might get into the playoffs just because.
A spite of how bad the AFC is this year.
It literally feels like Denver's going to get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It might be the 7th seed, but they're there. They're in. Last I checked, you just need to be the 7th seed to be in. You're in. Oh, God. Oh, God.
The reward's going like Houston. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, come on. Oh, Miami. Oh, God.
Oh, that's going to be great. Next up, we have a game where I think we're ready to talk about, and I know people are going to be listening after this video is over, are going to be waiting for this one. It is the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Buffalo Bills. The Eagles with an impressive win over the Kansas City Chiefs on Monday night. And everybody's acting like it's the biggest upset in the world, and we said no, the Eagles were going to win, and people are acting like, well, what's – no. The narratives that I hear from people sometimes – and then you got the Buffalo Bills who, hey, they beat the Jets. They got the revenge from week 1. Woo! All right. Best way I can put it, man. So, Brandon, I ask you, my friend, do you have the Bills or do you have the Eagles on this one?
Oh my God. Yo, to see how people were like, yeah, the Bills beat the Jets.
Good job.
That means that, like, back in the AFC, like, no, they beat the fucking Jets. Like, what are you talking about? Dude, what are you talking about?
And I know what people are going to say. Well, if the Jets are so bad, why did the Eagles lose to them? Really? Okay.
The Eagles, forget the Eagles threw like 4 turnovers in that fucking game. Like, come on, man. They barely lost on. Anyway, listen, the Bills not better. The Bills are not back, and the Bills are not that good. The problem with this situation is the Bills can still win the AFC East. I'm not thinking Miami just walks away with the AFC East.
No, of course not.
This is a problem. This is a massive fucking problem. Miami cannot do what they did against the Raiders the rest of the year. They have to put up points. Because if they don't, that defense cannot carry them. The Bills are not that team. They're never going to be that team. Stop trying to make them that team. Because they're not that team. And people forget also that the Bills had 3 possessions. The first 3 possessions, they scored 9 points. I'm leaning more towards what that was than what the fuck you actually really saw. Don't get the score diluted. The first 3 drives of what the Bills had is really what the Bills are. The Jets just suck on offense. Yeah, the Eagles don't. That's the problem. Like I said on my show yesterday, I Bleed Sports, I saw the same thing you saw. People look like, okay, the city is still a fixable problem, but the Eagles is like World War III. Like, oh, they're never going to figure it out. San Francisco is the best team in the NFC, and if they played each other, what?
This is the narrative I love. This is the narrative I love. I love the fact that Kansas City has the wide receivers lead the league in drops and everything, and that there were some drop games and everything, and it's like, oh, I feel so bad for Kansas City that they should have caught it, but when it came time to the big game, the Super Bowl, well, that's your job. When they talk about the receivers that dropped the balls in the Super Bowl and back in February, well, that's their job of the Eagles wide receiver. They have to catch that. No. Keep that same energy. Keep it. Keep the same energy. And here's the thing. Could I have told you? If anybody out there is saying, oh my God, can you believe that the wide receivers are not growing with Patrick Mahomes? I can. Yes, I can believe that. I can. You know why? Because they're not supposed to play with Patrick Mahomes. You think that just because Tyreek Hill was 5'10", ran a 4.3, you think you could just put anybody out there that's 5'10" and can run a 4.3? You know how delusional as fuck that sounds? That's fucking great. If every wide receiver who was 6'5", 6 Calvin Johnson and Randy Moss. No. There's levels to this.
I saw people literally sit up here and try to tell me how the Eagles still, I don't know, San Francisco could still beat them. No, the fuck they can't. No, they can't. Dallas can't beat the Eagles. San Francisco can't beat the Eagles. The only team
San Francisco was healthy in that NFC Championship game. They took out Brock Purdy and all hell broke loose for 49ers. Don't sit up there.
Why don't tell them the truth? Why would you tell them the truth?
Because sometimes they need to hear it.
Why would you admit the truth to them? Because the narrative is, well, they were hurt. No, Brock Purdy was fucking hurt. That was the only person that was fucking hurt. Like, that's it. That's it. I don't know why people want to sit up here and lie, but continue to have that narrative. Do I think the Eagles are ever going to hit that gear on offense? Probably. Maybe. One game. Yeah. But here's the thing. The Eagles can still win regardless. I don't say that about a lot of teams. The only other team I can say could probably win regardless is probably the Ravens. And maybe Detroit. Like, those are only 3 teams I've seen physically that has played this season. No matter what type of game it is, they could find a way to win. I can't say that about everybody else. Philly is 9-1. Just because they haven't had that Philly game they had last year, that might not ever happen this season. But instead of you talking about it like that, and they're still 9-1, you want to act like.
You know what's crazy? Here's the dangerous part. They're 9-1, and they haven't hit their full potential yet. Some of these teams are like 6-4, 7-3, and it's like, dude, this is the best you're gonna get. Which one sounds scarier to you? The one that's 7-3, and it's like, this is what you're gonna get, or the fact that this team is 9-1 and they haven't even played a full game yet. Which one sounds scarier to you, bro?
I don't feel like people understand football anymore. I think, like you said, people just watch the names and just assume that's supposed to work that way. But no, Philly is winning games with a bad type of situation. They're not winning these games like everybody think they should be winning these games, but they're winning the fucking game. I don't care if you win by 1 or 100. We won the fucking game. What are you talking about? Like,
you know what we're gonna throw at you, and you still can't stop it. That's a mark of a great team, guys. Like, I hate to break it to you.
It gets to the point where the defense is literally no. It's about to whatever. They can't stop.
Oh, and now they added a factor where they could do a fake handoff to fucking DeAndre Swift in the bag, and it's like, oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
This is the thing. I saw watching Monday, AJ Brown didn't do nothing in that game.
Nope.
Devontae Smith still got off. Devontae Smith still did his thing. That's disturbing as shit. Like, it's scary. And by the way, in the second half, that defense woke up.
That was scary.
That defense plays like that the rest of the year. Who cares what the offense does? That defense does that for the rest of the year. We got a problem.
Kevin Byard intercepted Patrick Mahomes in the end zone, and I said, why the fuck did Tennessee own this? I'm so pissed. Like, I'm pissed. Yeah, I got the Eagles too. And it's not, and that's what it is. It's just, look, the scary thing is, yes, you're right. The Philadelphia Eagles haven't played a full, complete game yet, and they're 9-1. Do you really want them to be a whole, complete team? No. Because you at least want to give yourself a shot to win. So give me the Eagles on this one, though. Next up, we have the last afternoon matchup for Sunday. It is a battle, a tale as old as time. We have the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Again, like I just mentioned, the Chiefs with a heartbreaker on Monday Night Football. I really don't know. I mean, it's just what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, you know, I really thought Travis Kelce hauled that in. I really thought he hauled it in. And then it was just like, what do you mean it's incomplete? Oh, shit, it is. Well, this is different. Like, well, that's not good, right? That's not good. And then you have the Raiders who, let's face it, the Raiders have a good defense. They just have no offense. And that's sad considering the fact that they have Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs. It's a learning curve. It's going to be a learning curve. So, Brandon, I ask you, who do you have? Do you have Kansas City or do you have the Raiders on this one?
I mean, I had the Raiders at first, and then I was like, no offense.
Yeah, that's what it is, right?
No offense.
Could you imagine, like, if the Raiders had a middle-of-the-pack offense? It's like, oh, shit.
If they had something to move, like if they could do, if they had an identity offense, like if there's Josh Jacobs, that's offense. We know what you're doing, cool. Play action, gotcha. They have no offense. Like this is a little bit bad. This is a little bit bad. I went Kansas City. Not because I think Kansas City is going to be great this game. I think Kansas City is not going to be great at all this game. I think that the offense is actually going to put up maybe like 20. Maybe they score a second half touchdown. I would give you that. Maybe they score a second half touchdown. Congratulations. Fuck this touchdown. Maybe they get some points in the second half just for calling. And this. When is the last time you saw Andy Reid lose a game or bottom?
It's been a long time, and I've seen him coach a long time. It's been a long time.
I need people to stop trying to put last year's eyes to this year's team. They ain't last year. Reason why, and nobody wants to admit it, but we've been admitting. Eric Bieniemy is gone, ladies and gentlemen. He's not coming back. He's gone. He's not coming back. Matt Nagy is the offensive coordinator. He's calling the plays. That's why the offense looks like it looks. It looks like Chicago's offense when he was the head fucking coach. Nothing changed.
Here's the crazy thing that got me throughout this whole thing. The reason Kansas City was up in the first half was because Isaiah Pacheco was running. And in the second half, you only handed the ball 7 times?
Does that now feel like Chicago?
Like, that's like years where, remember when David Montgomery would have like a huge first half, and the second half is like, all right, we're done. And it's like,
It did nothing. It did nothing. Yep.
like, dude, you want, listen, you need, this isn't, and here's the thing, even in Patrick Mahomes standards, he's having a bad year with the deep ball. He's having a bad year. And it could be the drops, but it's also his ball placement too. You want to know how you fix that? Give Isaiah Pacheco the football. If Isaiah Pacheco runs the ball and he controls the game, you know what that opens up for Patrick Mahomes? Open field shots, folks. It is not that hard, Matt Nagy. It's not that hard.
This is why we do this show. This is why we work together so well. Because that's exactly what I want people to start fucking acknowledging. Patrick Mahomes is not putting the ball where it needs to be too. Y'all acting like it's all the fucking receivers' fault. No. Patrick Mahomes is also not putting the fucking ball.
Did we not see that? Didn't I just mention about the Kevin Byard interception? Do you want to know why he intercepted that ball? Terrible ball placement. Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why? Okay, the deep ball, Marcus Valdes-Scantling should have caught that. Do you want to know why Travis Kelce didn't catch that? Not good ball placement. Do you want to know why on 4th and 25? Terrible ball placement.
He's hitting them, not in their hands, in the fucking face mask. Like, he's hitting them dead in the helmet. Like, people are not realizing this shit. He's hitting them.
Do you understand that this is his lowest career percentage? That he hasn't thrown a touchdown pass over 20 yards this year? But yet, it's the receiver's fault for not catching. Yes, there's some truth to that. Absolutely.
Yes.
But it's also the fact, can we just admit the fact that maybe if you open up the running game a little bit, maybe Patrick Mahomes can actually decide where to throw the ball to instead of being pressured to throw it where it's not supposed to go? Because remember, the strong arm can only get you so far. If you're going to live by the arm and die by the arm, that's great. But you're dying by the arm, and the season's going to end for Kansas City because of that arm placement. They better figure that shit out.
This is why I keep saying, when people always say, they're going to figure it out. No, the fuck they're not. It is week 12, and they still are saying how they cannot figure out the receiving core. They don't know how to get the receivers going. That is not something you fix in 2 damn weeks. By week 12 last year, you already knew what you were doing. You went to San Francisco. By the time San Francisco played Kansas City last year, they had the #1 defense. You went to San Francisco and put up 45 points. That was like week 10, week 11. You already had figured out the receiving core. You already had figured out the offense. With Juju Smith-Schuster, Sky Moore, who at that time was a rookie, Kadarius Toney, and Marcus Valdes-Scantling, you had already figured out the offense. It is week 12. We are still talking about the Kansas City Chiefs dropping fucking footballs and can't figure out how to get the offense.
The same thing I said about Washington is the same thing I'm going to be saying about Kansas City. I don't know where Kansas City is going to end up in the draft. I don't. But whatever wide receiver is there, you better take that son bitch. You better take that son bitch. Because this isn't a Tom Brady situation where any receiver can do what Patrick. No. You better find him a top-notch #1 wide receiver.
And now people are like saying, well, Travis Kelce's life. I knew that shit was coming. I knew it was coming.
Okay, first of all, are we really going to criticize a man because he wants to find happiness in his life? Like, really? This is what we're doing.
As soon as Kansas City start losing and that offense don't look good, they're going to start saying, well, it's because Travis Kelce, he's dating this girl. No, man, that fucking offense sucked before he got on the football field this year. That team sucked week 1. It's the same shit. Nothing's changed. Like,
Here's the thing. Remember week 1 where everybody tried to blame the wide receiver when he threw to Deion Branch for that pick 6? No, it was because it was a terrible throw.
Yo, I'm watching the replays. I'm like, no, Patrick Mahomes put these balls a little bit too over the top. Like, he's throwing this shit over their heads.
And it could be the fact, too, that maybe the receivers are not running the routes right. But you know whose fault that is, too? Matt Nagy. If you just run the football, maybe you'll have a little bit more success.
I want people to really understand what we're saying. Yes, Kansas City's good. Like they keep saying, Kansas City's good. They can win these games. The problem is to sit up here and tell me that they're just gotta fix this one thing and everything fix everything. No, they're not there this season. They're not there this season. It's okay. The best thing for Kansas City is that Cincinnati's down. Cincinnati's down. See? Cincinnati's down. Pittsburgh doesn't have an offense. And the rest of the AFC is just not that good. The only team I have to really worry about is Baltimore. And with that defense and that offense that Baltimore has,
you can't tell me right now if Cleveland or Houston were to go into Arrowhead right now, they could be like, I think we could take them.
I won't say it about Cleveland. I can say it about Houston.
Could you imagine Houston going, I think we can take these guys?
I can't say about Cleveland's offense. That offense still is not.
It's still not good. But could you? And that's the thing. It's not that we're saying that Patrick Mahomes is not good. No, he's good. It's just this year he's having a down year to what we're seeing because of all the issues we explained. But yet somehow people are going to find a way. Well, the receivers need to learn how to catch the ball. Well, then fine. Patrick Mahomes needs to learn how to place the ball better.
I want people to understand something, man. As much as people wanted to talk shit about Eric Bieniemy for the last couple of years, this is Andy Reid's team, and he calls the plays. I seen Washington put up over 30 points against the Eagles twice this season. Kansas City put up 17 points and kept 17 points.
At home. At home. In the ring.
At home. After a bye week, you put up 17 points and didn't do shit else in the second half. The week before that, when you were in Germany, you put up 21 points in the first half. And that was it. You're going to beat the Vegas.
Listen, I got the Chiefs too. But let's not act here like if the Raiders win this game, it's like, yeah, because the defense of the Raiders bailed them out.
And I want people to understand something. That offensive line are not good at pass blocking, which they do, which is why you probably need to run the ball. They were doing amazing against the run. They were creating hella holes for Isaiah Pacheco in that first half. Patrick Mahomes had to run for his life in the second half.
Do you really want Max Crosby chasing you all damn day? No, you don't. I got the Chiefs.
Yo, the hit that Hassan Reddick gave Patrick Mahomes the first drive. Oh my God! I was like, bitch, Juwan Taylor now. What are you doing?
Go stay down. Stay down.
I was like, who's that? Oh, that was bad.
That was rough. That was a rough night. Sunday Night Football, we have the Ravens taking on the Chargers. The Ravens, AFC North champs for right now. They're leading the AFC North. And the Chargers, well, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. If you ever want to know what it was like for a man to almost call his own funeral, watch Brandon Staley's last press conference, man. I mean, he literally looked at the reporter. I'm still going to call the defense so you can stop asking. We lost as a team. No. No. Your defense couldn't hold a fucking lead. That's why we got put in this position. And you're asking a rookie to make a tough catch. No, we did not lose as a team. Your defense just can't hold up its end of the bargain. So, Brandon, I got to ask you, do you have the Ravens or do you have the Chargers?
That's a real question.
That's a real question.
That's a real question. I got the team that doesn't have all the problems. I got the Ravens. Like, listen, I've been saying this for a year now? 2 years? fire Brandon Staley. I've been like saying it for a while. When you give up 31 unanswered points in a playoff game, gives you 4 turnovers. 5, actually 5. I'm sorry. 5 turnovers. And they're the home team. they're the home team. And your defense can't stop them. Like what? Why? Why? You made the offensive coordinator this last year by firing Greg and Kellen Moore. His offense should be way better. He scored 20 points against the Green Bay Packers. I know it's in Lambeau. I get it. But still, an actual franchise quarterback.
For one night.
Well,
For one night. It was like the for the Monday Night Football game. We're going to start with the NFC North. We're going to end with the NFC North. It is the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And in this game, Minnesota losing a tough one. But give credit to where credit's due. It's just, the Minnesota's defense held up their end of the bargain. The offense did not. And the Chicago Bears, oh, look at that. Justin Fields is on the field, and they actually have positive yards for once. Good for them. Good for them. Brandon, you have the Vikings in this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Chicago should not be thinking about a quarterback. If you're thinking about a quarterback,
They should be thinking about a head coach. I know that.
You should be thinking about a whole new Fields is not the problem. People want to make him the problem. He's not the fucking problem. He's not.
No.
He's the only reason why that team even has points on the board ever. The fact of the matter is, another team screwed up on a head coach decision. Screwed up on a head coach decision. It's just like, cut your losses, realize you messed up, let it be that. I literally was watching Raw. I was watching Raw. And they had a sign that said, fire Ryan Coogler. The GM for the Chicago Bears. Like, fire him, please. Fire him. Like, it's like,
I don't know how crazy that has to be that you have to show up on a wrestling show to say out your message. It's bad. That's when you know you're downhill. Listen, I got Minnesota too. And it's not because Minnesota's such a way better team than Chicago. Because they're closer than you think. The only issue is that head coach for Chicago, you got to go. Your calling card is defense, and after Sunday, I don't believe it is. I think you could possibly be a good coordinator. I just don't think head coaching is the way to go. And you know what? Let fans dictate Justin Fields leaving. Because if any smart Chicago fan knows about this, is this. For 3 weeks, you saw the undrafted quarterback go, and how did your offense look? Justin Fields goes on the field, and they automatically score 30-plus points. But no, God forbid Justin Fields lands in Vegas, and I take him to Henderson and be like, hey, I think we got something going. Would you like to throw to Devontae Adams?
I mean, New Orleans is looking for a new head coach and quarterback too.
Just saying. But but hey, dictate all you want. Dictate all you want on what the real problem is in Chicago. So there it is. But all right, my man. That is all games, and everybody's on the slate. So there is no buys this week. Everybody's on. No buys this week. So everybody enjoy your Thanksgiving. Enjoy your football Sunday. Enjoy your football in general, because there's a lot going to happen. Because this week for college football, this is the last week of the games. Next week is conference championship games, and then you get your final playoff rankings, and then college bowl games. So we're heading to the point of the year where if you love the draft like as much as I do, this is the year where you're going to wait for underclassmen to be like, yeah, I'm going to declare for the draft. Yes.
Keanu Williams.
There's a defensive attack. Listen to the Raiders right now.
He just announced he's coming soon. He's going out of the draft.
Oh, he would look so good playing next to fucking Max Crosby. Oh, please, NFL draft gods, give me one. Give me this one. Oh my God. But that'll do it. That'll do it for us. Brandon, as always, man, it's always awesome to talk to you. Happy Thanksgiving, man. I will see you next Wednesday. Until then, everybody, have a safe one. Be safe out there. Peace.